I tried something different this week. It's not my usual way of puzzling. And at first, when you take a look at it, it may seem easy, but I added a little twist to it to make it challenging, and hopefully it will train my brain for speed puzzling. Hi, I'm Sandra, the Puzzling Canadian, and welcome to my channel. Well, it's getting closer and closer to nationals here in Canada, and I've been practicing my speed puzzling, but sometimes just doing 500-piece puzzles may not be enough. Sometimes, in order to make some improvement, you need to focus on skills, like focus on a certain area, like flipping pieces or identifying pieces or sorting your pieces. So I decided to do that, and I did it using this puzzle here. So this here is a Ravensburger puzzle called Art Gallery 1000 Pieces. And this puzzle I ended up getting in one of my regular trade groups, and it's packaged up differently. And I thought, you know, the way it's packaged up may just help me with my speed puzzling. So I'll show you now what I did to assemble this puzzle, or how I assembled this puzzle. And then after the clip, I'll give you the story about this puzzle and let you know why I decided to puzzle that way. So there you have it, the Ravensburger 1000-piece art gallery assembled in quite a different way. Not my usual way of assembling a puzzle, but let me explain the logic to you. So first, I just want to talk about the way it was packaged. So this puzzle here, like I mentioned before, I ended up getting in one of my trade groups. And in that group, I have a couple of puzzles, and when I opened up the box, I saw that it was packaged up in 4 little sections. A different way of packaging up the puzzles. So I asked why they ended up doing that. So the puzzler who does that in the group does it because they're puzzling with another family member, and it will allow them to puzzle together in their limited space if everybody takes a small section at a time. So I think that's a great idea because it allows you to get other family members to puzzle with you, and not everybody has a big gigantic table or area. I think it's also a great idea to get your non-puzzling family members to participate in your puzzling hobby. I know that sometimes if you show your family member or friend a puzzle and say, hey, you want to do a 1,000 piece puzzle, they say, oh, no, it's a little bit too many pieces, a little bit intimidating. But if you had it sectioned off into these 4 sections and say, hey, you take this bag, I'll do the other bag, you could be puzzling together and they're not overwhelmed by the number of pieces. So it might be a good idea to get your non-puzzling family member to join in on the fun with you. So what I decided to do with this sectioned off puzzle is use it to help me with my speed puzzling. So as you saw in the video, what I did is I basically put the box out, opened it up, pulled out one bag, and then closed the box and set it aside where I could not access it. I actually flipped the box over so I couldn't see the image, and I dumped those pieces and started puzzling without looking at the image. Now, I'm the type of person who always looks at the image, especially in the beginning, because I'm trying to identify the pieces and where they go. So this was a very difficult task for me because every time I was puzzling, especially that first bag, I had the urge to look at the image, but I told myself, no, I'm not going to do it because I want to train my brain to identify the pieces quickly. And if you take a look at the YouTube videos for Worlds in Spain, a lot of those puzzlers, those fast puzzlers, they're not referring to the image. They are dumping those pieces and identifying those pieces right away. If they get stuck, I notice them looking at it. But a lot of them, when they are in the get-go, right at the very beginning, they are sorting, organizing, and identifying sections right away without referring to the image frequently. And I think that's an area that I need to work on in order to improve speed puzzling, because I think I'm referring to the pieces, the image quite a bit, and I got to learn to identify the sections and try to put them together quickly. So that's what I did to practice, because it's easier to do that in small sections. Those are about 250 pieces. Not looking at the image for a 1,000 piece puzzle can be overwhelming, and since I'm trying to improve the speed, having it sectioned off into small 250 piece sections makes it easier to practice this skill. So that's what I ended up doing. So I have a few more puzzles that I got from those groups that are sectioned off into 4 bags so that I'm going to practice with. So I'll share with you what I have here. So this one here is a Ravensburger puzzle called Wine Labels, and this one will probably help me identify the letterings. You know, looking at the alphabet, the letters, picking those out and matching them up. So I'm hoping that's what it will help me with. And this one here is a Gibson puzzle called Deck Chairs and Donkeys. And look how busy this is. So these busy puzzles will help me get better at identifying detail on the pieces. So we have that one there. One more. This one here is also divided up into 4 sections. It's a map called The Wines of Spain and Portugal. So that's another puzzle. So all these 3 I have divided up into 4 sections that I got from that trade group, and I'm going to use those to practice my speed puzzling. So I'd love to get your feedback. Let me know if you have received any puzzles before, whether it's in trades or through purchases, secondhand, thrift stores, if they were divided up into sections. I know that I received these ones in the trade group, but I one time bought a puzzle on eBay and it was divided up into 3 sections, and the bags were even labeled left, middle, right. So let me know if you've experienced that. What are your thoughts about having the puzzles pieces sectioned off? And have you ever puzzled without looking at the image? This may be something that you do on a regular basis. Many puzzlers don't. Sometimes they're always looking at the box, and that's perfectly okay also. So have you tried not looking at an image and then assembling a puzzle? Let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts. Thank you for taking the time to stop by and visit my channel. I hope you found this video useful and interesting. If you enjoyed it, please tap that like button. Now I need to get back to practicing for nationals, and I think I'm going to do one of those puzzles. I'm not sure if I should do this one here, the Gibson one, or the Ravensburger Wine Labels. They're both busy puzzles. Not sure which one I'm going to do. I think I'm leaning towards this one, but if you want to put in your vote, leave it in the comment section. And until next time, happy puzzling.